Golden Sparrow Crypto, GSP, planning to launch first game soon. At the time I got this news, I had just recorded all my pre-recorded for yesterday. As much as I wanted to rush the information out to you, there wasn't much to go on. Really, there's not much to go on yet. It is official that the launch of the first game is soon. When we go to their webpage, of course, we see in the roadmap, first game launch. Nothing happens when you click it. Funny thing is, you go down here, you also have a second game launch, a third game launch. So it looks like they might be doing all kinds of things with the project. I would say that they're taking after Shiba Inu, but Shiba Inu also made a game after the fact of Bolt Inu. When I go to the webpage, I see multiple postings. We got this one, which I will point out that it has a VR. I'm not going to say that they have a VR in their game, but it is in the advertisement. Yeah, posts before that talked about how in the roadmap they had a launch for the first game already listed. If you look in here, it also says gaming app. Eventually, one of the things we're looking forward to is the GSP blockchain, along with various development in gaming field. Last week, the contract was renounced, so now the owner cannot manipulate the code. So that's one less worry. It gave Golden Sparrow an 80 out of 100, which is a high score for token sniffer. I didn't even see an X mark. It looked all green. But beyond that, you still need to do your own research. There's multiple things you need to do, because even if a project is good, it might not be right for you. Are you focused on the short term, the long term? These are things that you need to find out and discover, so that when you make these decisions on which crypto you want, which one's a good investment for you, it all fits into place. One thing to keep in mind right now is how the market's flowing. When we look at today, it's sitting over $1 trillion, which is doing better than it has been. You see a lot more green than you have been. You see all these different graphs going up, up, and up. And when we go to Golden Sparrow, we see that there's been a lot of slow down pace. If you zoom out, there's a lot lower. If you're wanting to hear the good, that means it's a great buy point. If you're thinking about the bad and you're trying to look for the negative, which is the way to do, especially when you love a project, you could look at this and say that there's not much going for it right now. When we look at what Shiba Inu did, so around October when their game was released, you can see that it went down. And it's taken quite a bit of time for it to rise back up. I wouldn't expect the game to automatically increase its value. That is not to say that it won't increase its value. A lot of times in the market, you'll see a bunch of good news, and people will just be like, oh, they need to do more, they need to do more, they need to do more. Then when they start looking back at all the things that have been accomplished, all the things that the development team had worked on to build it to that point, then you realize that it is actually a token worth investing in. Thing I've seen with Golden Sparrow that gives me optimism. They continue with the project even though a lot of things were going wrong for it. They kept developing, they kept going forward. They didn't start over. Many people didn't believe in, there's a time when people didn't believe them as well. They kept pushing forward. When people are telling them, hey, you can start a new token, you can just start over. Hardly anyone knows who you are. They released who they were. They moved forward with the steps to become a better token. I personally like to see when we're in a bear market is that they continue to move forward in spite of opposition, in spite of the hardships. I believe in investing in the people behind the projects. And the people behind the projects have kept moving forward. They keep fighting. And that's why they say, join me and together we will reach the sky. This might not be the right token for you. This might not be the right project. Do your research. Look into it. It's the one that I'm interested in. I'm also attached to this token. I really like this token. I do not currently have any. They haven't paid me in this new version. I don't have anything to gain or lose from this token. And then, as I always say, I'm not encouraging you to invest. I'm encouraging you to gather information and decide why or why not this might be for you. And check out this next video.